The missing assignment report lists past due assignments, but does not show any scores or collected score indicators. Use it as a weekly report for students who are missing assignments. Or give the report to a student who has been ill, so he or she has a list of all the assignments to complete. As you may recall, one of your first period students, Les Steffes, almost got an incomplete for quarter 1 because he had some missing assignments due to an illness. At that time, you didn't know about the missing assignment report, so you just looked at the score sheet to figure out which assignments he needed to complete. Let's go back in time and pretend that you did know about the missing assignment report and run it for Les. First, select the student. Les Steffes is in your first period class, so make sure that class is selected in the Classes pane. Then, in the Student Groups pane, open the Filter menu and choose Filter Selected. Next, open the active student group by clicking the arrow. Then, select Les Steffes from the list of active students in the Student Groups pane. When you have the student selected, click the Reports tab. Then, select Missing Assignment Report from the list of reports. The lower pane appears with all the criteria that you can define for this particular report. Because you want to print a handout for Les, select PDF as the output type. You want the report to include all the assignments that Les is missing, so run this report by student. If you wanted to see a list of all the students who were missing one particular assignment, you would use the By Assignment option. Select the option to run this report based on the missing indicator because you've marked the assignments as missing on the score sheet. If you had not used the missing indicator, you would want to run the report based on unrecorded scores. Because you want the report for a student in the class you selected, rather than for students in all your active classes, choose Selected Class as the sections criteria. Next, choose to include selected groups and/or students because you only want to include the individual student you selected in the report. You are generating a handout for a student, so select the student name rather than the student number as the student field identifier. Enter the start date and end date that correspond to the dates Les was absent from school, or leave the dates blank to include all of his missing reports. Then, click the Layout tab to format the report. On the Layout tab, you change the report title or leave it as it is. Because you chose to run the report for an individual student, page breaks will be on students by default. Include a note at the top of the page for Les. Check Include next to Top Note. Then, enter a note for Les such as, "Please turn in the following assignments." In this example, you don't need to include a bottom note or a signature line. To generate the report, click Run Report. When the report is complete, you are presented with two options. You can open the report or save the report. Select the Open Report option and click OK. Now you can print the report and give it to Les to show him which assignments he's missing. Notice that the top note you included for him appears at the top of the page. Next,